In ancient Scandinavia, gods and giants shaped the world, but none stood taller among the goddesses than Frigg, queen beside Odin. More than a consort, Frigg was revered for her wisdom, foresight, and the strength she brought to home and family. Her name, rooted in the word for beloved, echoes through time, most notably in the name of Friday, Frigg's Day, a lasting tribute to her influence. While Odin wandered in search of knowledge, Frigg anchored Asgard. Her counsel sought even by the Allfather himself. She knew the fate of all beings, yet guarded her secrets, embodying the ideals of queen, wife, and seer. Frigg's stories are not of war, but of love, loyalty, and the bonds of family, values at the heart of Norse life. Through these tales, her legacy endures, inspiring us with the quiet power of the Queen of Asgard. Frigg's domain was Fensalir, the Fen Halls, a tranquil, mist-shrouded sanctuary at the heart of Asgard. Here she spun the threads of fate, weaving destinies and nurturing the bonds of family. Fensalir was a place of peace, not war, a liminal space where the veil between worlds was thin and prophecy was born. Within these halls, Frigg's love for her son Baldr shone brightest, filling the home with warmth and laughter before tragedy struck. As Odin's wife, Frigg's wisdom balanced his restless quest for knowledge, making Fensalir the heart of Asgard's domestic and political life. Visitors sought her counsel, and her home reflected her serene yet powerful nature. In Fensalir, Frigg ruled as both queen and keeper of destinies. Frigg was the patron of marriage, blessing unions and safeguarding the sanctity of the home. She was invoked at weddings, her distaff symbolizing her power to weave the destinies of families. Spinning was more than a domestic act. It was a metaphor for creation, with Frigg at the center, shaping the web of kinship. She embodied loyalty and fidelity, yet myths hinted her complexity, acknowledging the real challenges of marriage. Frigg was also called upon by those longing for children, as in the Volsunga saga, where she answered prayers for a child and ensured the continuation of family lines. Her influence bridged human desire and divine intervention, making her the gentle architect of new beginnings. Through her, the Norse saw marriage as sacred, woven into the very fabric of life. Frigg's blessings were the foundation of every home. As Baldr's mother, Frigg held a place of unparalleled importance within the Norse pantheon. She was not merely a queen, but a figure of immense power and influence, deeply intertwined with the fate of Asgard and its inhabitants. Frigg's love and prophetic gifts defined her very essence. She possessed the ability to glimpse the threads of destiny, to see what might come to pass, a gift that both blessed and burdened her. One of the most significant instances of her prophetic ability was when she foresaw Baldr's doom in his nightmares. These weren't mere bad dreams. They were vivid, terrifying visions of his demise, a fate that Frigg, as a mother, could not bear to accept. And desperate to protect him from the grim future she had witnessed, Frigg embarked on a mission, driven by a mother's unwavering resolve. She travelled the 9 worlds, a journey fraught with peril and demanding immense courage. Her goal was singular, extracting oaths from all things, living and inanimate, that they would never harm her beloved son. She sought assurances from every corner of existence. Her magic was not of brute force or battle, unlike some of the other gods. It was a magic of persuasion and carefully chosen binding words, a subtle yet powerful force. This was a shield of promises, meticulously forged by a mother's unwavering will and determination. The gods, witnessing Baldr's apparent invincibility, celebrated with unrestrained joy. They believed him to be completely safe, shielded from all harm. But they were tragically unaware of the one seemingly insignificant thing that Frigg had overlooked in her quest for absolute protection, the innocent, unassuming mistletoe. Frigg's power lay in her unique ability to subtly shape fate through the careful use of oaths and promises, a testament to her influence. Yet, despite her best efforts, her silence and secrecy surrounding the mistletoe's omission could not ultimately prevent the impending tragedy. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of a mother's ultimate, yet ultimately flawed attempt to defy the seemingly unchangeable hand of destiny. It is a narrative that poignantly reveals both her immense strength and her inherent vulnerability as a mother. Frigg's magic, though subtle in its application, was profoundly impactful, shaping events in ways that were often unseen. It was a magic deeply rooted in her unwavering maternal love and the fervent hope that she could somehow alter the course of fate itself. In the end, her greatest act of protection, born from the purest of intentions, ultimately became the very heart of her most enduring and tragic myth, a story that continues to resonate through the ages. And it is through this complex tapestry of love, prophecy, and ultimately loss that Frigg is remembered. She remains an iconic figure, forever etched in the annals of Norse mythology as the prophetic and fiercely loving mother of the gods. Her story serves as a powerful testament, a cautionary tale woven into the fabric of Norse mythology. It speaks to the inherent limits of even the greatest power and the enduring strength of a mother's love in the face of inevitable fate. Frigg's power was amplified by her handmaidens, each embodying a facet of her divine role. Fulla, her closest confidant, guarded Frigg's secrets and treasures, symbolizing trust and wisdom. Lyn, the protector, watched over mortals, intervening to avert danger at Frigg's command. Gunja, the swift messenger, travelled the 9 worlds on her magical horse, ensuring Frigg's will reached every corner of the cosmos. Lofn, gentle and kind, arranged marriages for those facing obstacles, smoothing the path for love. These goddesses were not mere attendants but active agents, extending Frigg's influence into every aspect of life. Together they formed a divine sisterhood, managing the affairs of marriage, protection and communication. Through her handmaidens, Frigg's reach was felt by gods and mortals alike. Frigg's presence is woven through the rich tapestry of Norse and Germanic myth, a subtle yet powerful thread that connects various tales and traditions. Her influence can be felt across a wide range of narratives, showcasing her multifaceted nature. From ancient charms whispered in hushed tones to epic poems, grand sagas that echo through the ages. These stories paint a vivid picture of her role in the cosmos and the lives of gods and mortals alike. In the Lombardic Origo Gentis Langobardorum, a historical account with mythical elements, she cleverly aids the Winili tribe, demonstrating her strategic prowess and willingness to intervene in human affairs. Securing their victory and new name, a testament to her influence on the destinies of peoples. Through wit and strategy, showcasing her as more than just a passive observer, she is an active participant, shaping events with her intelligence. The second Merseburg incantation reveals her as a healer, a powerful figure capable of mending what is broken. Invoked alongside Fulla, her trusted handmaiden, to mend a horse's broken leg, a seemingly simple act, a rare glimpse of her as a practical, magical force, highlighting her connection to the everyday world. The poetic Edda shows Frigg as a figure of deep emotion, a goddess capable of profound love and sorrow. Weeping for Baldr, her beloved son, and defending her honor against Loki's insults, demonstrating her strength and resilience in the face of adversity. Snorri's prose Edda cements her as Odin's wife, solidifying her position as Queen of the Aesir, Baldr's mother, a role that defines much of her character and motivations, and the foremost of goddesses, highlighting her importance and influence within the Norse pantheon. Detailing her home and her court, offering a glimpse into her life and the power she wields. Most powerfully, these texts place Frigg unequivocally at the center of Baldr's tragic story, forever linking her to one of the most poignant tales in Norse mythology. Her love and grief shaping the fate of gods, underscoring the immense power of a mother's devotion. Through myth and magic, through stories of love, loss and power, Frigg emerges as a complex, enduring figure, a character that continues to fascinate and inspire. Queen, ruling with wisdom and authority, mother, fiercely protective and deeply loving, and seer, possessing knowledge of the past, present and future. Her stories remain among the most moving and significant in Norse mythology, offering timeless lessons about love, loss, and the enduring power of the human spirit. So, Baldr's death is arguably the most poignant and defining tragedy in Frigg's long and storied life. It's a moment etched in the annals of Norse mythology, a stark reminder of mortality even among gods. It showcases a mother's boundless love and her extraordinary foresight, which, despite all her efforts, was ultimately unable to halt the inexorable march of fate. This event would forever shape her existence. Frigg, in her attempt to safeguard her beloved son, secured oaths from all things in existence, ensuring they would not harm Baldr. However, there was one critical oversight: the seemingly harmless mistletoe. This tiny plant, deemed too insignificant to warrant an oath, tragically became the instrument of Baldr's doom, a cruel twist of fate that highlights the unpredictable nature of destiny. The mischievous Loki, ever the cunning trickster, discovered this crucial weakness. He cleverly extracted this secret directly from Frigg herself, accomplishing this deception by disguising himself as a seemingly harmless old woman seeking knowledge. With this newfound information, Loki deviously fashioned a dart from the unassuming mistletoe, knowing its potential for destruction. He then manipulated Baldr's blind brother, Hoder, into unknowingly throwing the mistletoe dart, exploiting his vulnerability and lack of sight to carry out his wicked plan. Guided by Loki's deceit, the dart struck true, piercing Baldr with deadly accuracy. Baldr, the radiant and beloved god, fell dead instantly, plunging Asgard into utter shock and disbelief as horror swept through the halls of the gods. Frigg's grief was immeasurable, a profound sorrow that resonated throughout the realms. The loss of her son was a blow that shook her to her very core. Despite her immense magical powers and prophetic abilities, her efforts had ultimately failed to save her son from his predetermined fate. This realization was a crushing blow. Yet, even in the face of such profound despair, she refused to surrender completely to grief. Driven by her unwavering love, she sent her mother, the swift messenger, on a perilous journey to the dark and forbidding underworld, to plead with Hel, the goddess of the dead, for Baldr's return to the land of the living. This desperate and courageous act serves as a testament to the boundless power and unwavering determination of a mother's love, a force so potent that it is willing to challenge even the seemingly insurmountable barrier of death itself. Frigg's story is a poignant tapestry woven with threads of both immense hope and profound heartbreak, a duality that defines her character. Her legacy is forever marked and deeply intertwined with this tragic loss, a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of maternal love. Through the circumstances surrounding Baldr's death, she has become the quintessential archetype of the grieving, yet eternally loving and devoted mother. Her enduring myth serves as a timeless lesson, reminding us of the inherent limits of even the greatest power and the immeasurable depths of a mother's love, a love that transcends even death itself. Frigg's influence lives on, not just in myth, but in the very landscape of Scandinavia. Place names like Friggerakka and Frøyland reveal where she was once worshipped, her cult rooted in the land and community. Unlike grand temples, her worship was intimate, prayers for crops, childbirth and family harmony. Scholars debate whether Frigg and Freyja were once a single goddess, both linked to love, magic and prophecy. Regardless, Frigg's name survives in Friday, a weekly echo of her ancient power. Her legacy is found in language, geography, and the enduring values she represents. Frigg remains woven into the fabric of daily life, her whispers heard in the names we still use. Frigg's story did not end with the old religion. Her archetype lives on in art, music and modern media. Wagner's operas reimagined her as Frigga, a powerful defender of marriage and law. Artists like Lorenz Froelich and Emil Doppler captured her regal sorrow, especially in the scenes of Baldr's death. Today, she appears as Frigga in comics and films, a wise queen and loving mother. Even an asteroid bears her name, and every Friday is a subtle tribute to her. Frigg's legacy is one of strength, prophecy and enduring love. She remains a queen in our cultural imagination, her story forever retold.